A Steam Deck 2 spec leak has surfaced online. And if we're led to believe that this is true, it's going to be massive. Now, it's not unreasonable to believe that we're quite some time away from a Steam Deck successor coming out. I believe the Steam Deck has only been out for a little over a year, maybe close to 2 years, compared to the Nintendo Switch, which has been out for a solid 7. We still don't have a Switch 2 or a Pro in sight. And it's all been, be it confirmed by Nintendo that we're getting a successor. Well, just like with the Switch, the Steam Deck 2 has not been confirmed at all by Valve. Now, the Steam Deck, I'm sure you're well aware of it. It's been one of Valve's biggest hardware successes out there. It's been a blast to look at all the capabilities of it. I've seen you guys in my comment section singing the praises of the Steam Deck. So would we be getting a Steam Deck 2 so soon? I don't know. Again, take all these rumors with a grain of salt. Anybody could post a Reddit post or some kind of forum post, but this comes from a forum called the Chip Hell forums. I've personally never been here, and they claim to know what is going to be powering Valve's next handheld, the Steam Deck 2. This is exciting, all right? Again, take it with a massive grain of salt. Although this is significant, like if this is true, this upgrade is significant, things could still change in the world of hardware. Who knows what could happen? Who knows how far along this is? But we're going to talk about this leak. I got my notes right here. And yeah, again, this is just gossip. So according to this, the leak claims that the APU will be based on AMD's Zen 4 Hawk Point processors and will make use of a 16 CU GPU. Now, I have no idea what that means. That might as well be Japanese or French to me. I'm not really high-versed in the techno-babble out there. I'm not real technical sound. It sounds freaking cool, though, and according to these leaks, it's a massive change from what we're currently seeing right now. Now, this says this would double the current Steam Deck's 8 compute units. I guess that's what CU is. Okay, I learned something today, ladies and gentlemen, which could offer a significant boost in power for the handheld, right? So that doubling it is huge. That's what I personally would want if we were to have the Switch 2 come out, which if you paid attention to the channel, we talked about the leaked Switch 2 specs that came out, and it basically was the consensus that it was just going to be an iteration of what we already have, when I would want something a little bit more boosted, something a little bit more stronger and more powerful. So this sounds pretty cool. I never got a Steam Deck. I just kind of waited on it. Portable gaming is not my thing, but there are some features that I've seen out there. At this point, though, if we're getting rumors of a Steam Deck 2, I'm going to wait and get that, most likely, especially if it's going to be more powerful and offer new things. Now, according to a post that I saw elsewhere, I believe it was on Dexerto, they're saying that they suspect that AMD's RDNA 4 architecture will be powering the chip, much like how the Steam Deck got earlier access to our DNA 2 when it debuted. Again, more technical babble. I'm sure some of you guys can fill me in down below in the comments about what this exactly means, but I guess it has access to some kind of architecture or some kind of like coding or system software that will allow it to be boosted significantly with the chip that is going to be in here. So obviously all this is going to give Steam Deck, if this is true, a huge advantage over competitors like the Nintendo Switch, which is already being compared to the strength of a PS4 Pro, which at that point, I feel Sony would be coming out with a PS5 Pro or some kind of mid-console generation type of console, right? As well as the Xbox. So by that point, I feel whatever the Switch 2 is going to be is already severely going to be underpowered with the other consoles. And I feel if the Steam Deck 2 comes out with these specs, it's going to freaking trump the Switch 2, which is unfortunate for Nintendo fans in my opinion. But I know Nintendo fans are weird. They don't care about power. They just want great games. And I don't want to get into that whole thing. But now in this leak, they don't talk about RAM capacity, which that's extremely important. But they do give some indication of transfer speeds, which allegedly the Steam Deck 2 will be using LPDD R5X RAM running at 8533 MTS. I'm probably reading that off wrong, all you little Geek Squad nerds. Oh, Eric, that's this, blah, 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 blah. Okay, whatever. Now, no storage sizes in this leak have been given out as well, so who knows? But I'm pretty sure at this point it's going to be far more than the rumored 64 gigabyte storage that the Switch 2 is going to have. And even then, there's conflicting reports of that having 512 to 64 to whatever. At this point, this looks like it's going to kill the Switch 2 as far as specs go, which is interesting. And, of course, let's talk about the OLED screen that's being rumored to be here. Supposedly there's going to be some big display upgrades with this. Supposedly it's going to get a resolution upgrade to 900p, which is fantastic. Now, it should retain the aspect ratio, which I believe is 1610, and it will be 1440 by 900. And supposedly you're going to expect, but we're expecting an OLED screen with a 90 hertz refresh rate. So maybe, you know, right now with what the Steam Deck has out, because I believe they have their own OLED screen, maybe the Deck OLED is testing the waters about what they can do in order to optimize the Steam Deck 2. It's kind of like a halfway point. So don't be surprised if we see a big update. Now, as far as release dates go, there is no release date in this leak. It's all up to speculation right now at this point. But I don't think that it's going to be coming out anytime soon, like within the next year or so. I was talking about how the Steam Deck has only been out for about a year. That seems pretty close to bring something else out. I feel they would be shooting themselves out. So I think at earliest we'll be seeing end of 2025, maybe beginning of 2026, like almost about over, I don't know, almost 2 years from now. I don't think we're going to see it within this year window. I have no idea. Maybe even later than that. Maybe holiday 2026 sounds reasonable to me, because it really feels like it just came out. And I feel they would be pushing it out. It almost seems anti-consumer to have something come out so quickly. But in the world of PC and hardware and stuff like that, and PC Master Race, people want the newest and greatest stuff ASAP, right? Now, looking at the specifications of all this, it's obviously going to cost a lot more than the original by a lot. I'm not sure what the Steam Deck is currently going for, but there was like 2 or 3 different versions of it of different prices depending on what kind of like storage or RAM you had in it. I do believe that by the time 2024 hits, or the end of 2024 hits, what's currently in the Steam Deck will obviously be a little outdated. So then you got to factor in what's in 2025, 2026. I feel it'll probably be a little bit more than what we currently have. I think prices are definitely going to be driven up as far as upgrades go, because this is going to be substantial according to these leaks. Again, we don't know any release dates. We don't know any pricing or anything like that. We just have what's rumored in this leak, which I felt would be interesting to talk about, because I know a lot of you guys are pro Steam Deck. A lot of you guys ask me if I have one. I always constantly see the same guys in the chat talking about how they're playing their Steam Deck right now while listening to the live stream or watching a video. So honestly, if any of these speculations are true, this could make the Steam Deck a very powerful handheld console, and that is fucking awesome. So let me know your thoughts down below, guys. What do you want to see out of a Steam Deck 2? Do you think there's any credibility to these rumors? Let me know down below in the comments. Please don't forget to share this video. I'm not saying that for my health. Share the video out to at least one person. Click that like button. The more engagement and interactiveness that you guys have with the channel, the better that it spreads out and helps me reach my goal of 100,000 subscribers. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one.